All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
Hey, 50 seconds, come on. Hey, watch the slant.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He'll have a first down past the 40. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Set. 19. 59.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Kill. Hey, 59. Hey, we got to snap it.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Watson just beating the play clock. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack, Watson. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. First and 10 at the 19. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Mike 54.
To throw on second and 6, Watson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Rip left, rip left.
I got it. Hey, 55.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Down to lose one.
53 is the Mike.
53 is the Mike. Yeah, that's what I do.
From the gun, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will.
Yeah, baby, boom.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try.
A 28-yard attempt.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Rosen. They'll find Lindsey here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen, that one complete to D.D. Westbrook. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
12 yards on the play. Lions third down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check it out, Reed. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hug. 57. Mike, 57.
You must be.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen going for the deep ball. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Monday.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, Haywood.
50, Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, G. Switch it.
80 weapon. Defense.
On the toss, Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch 54. General West. Watch the safety creek.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go. 15, Lonnie. 15-9.
Twist. Check.
Quick the edge. Ready.
On second down, here's Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Set up. 70. Indy.
Come on, D.
Bravo.
Mike spot 4.
Hey, let's get in that holes. Set up.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Alert. Go.
Now Rosen. And that's complete to Cooks. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Past the 20, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Gain of 32. First down, Broncos.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down, Hyde. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
He finds Robinson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 1st down, Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 24. Check 24.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
That's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Right here, right here.
Hey, Zoo! Let's go, Mike!
Throwing on 2nd down. McSorley. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Let's go.
Now Joe Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7. Be good.
Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. That'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey.
50's the mic, 50's the mic.
And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Better bring it. You better bring it.
2nd and 10. It's McSorley. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 30 base.
Here I come.
Ready?
Here's McSorley now, 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the double.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Switch. He's checking.
Leo.
Here's McSorley to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Antoine Woods. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the shotgun, McSorley. And that will be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we got
the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Middle.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. They have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. On second and 12, Rosen. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up third and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Got it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd down, they're going to throw for it with McSorley. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
13-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Here we go. 57's the Mike.
To throw is Rosen. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Zadarius Smith just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Kill. Turn it. Kill. Turn it.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Denver. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. On the return, Harris. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Don't be scared of it.
On third down, Mixon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready? 18 gainer.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check down.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
54. Mike 54.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Break.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
5. Check go.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Ready?
On second and 9, McSorley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
McSorley from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Colts send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Taken in at the 11. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First down, Broncos.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Here's Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Hey, Orbit.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. He completes it to Westbrook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check nickel.
Rosen will throw. The open man is Westbrook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now it's Lindsey. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Colts 4-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of